All right, many in the media are ignoring this story, but we are not. Damning new details reveal just how far New York disgraced Governor Andrew Cuomo's senior aides reportedly went to conceal the number of nursing home deaths during the pandemic. The New York Times reports that Cuomo's office stopped health officials from publishing the real number of nursing home data for months. More than a year ago, our very own Janice Dean lost both in-laws. She was befuddled, obviously saddened, but knew we needed to get answers. After they developed COVID-19 and then found out they went back to the nursing home once they were positive for this, knowing they had other options. It was like burnishing a furnace, putting gasoline on it. Janice Dean joined us now. Janice, the New York Times finds documents that the March directive that was reversed in a couple of months later was more damaging than anyone thought. They downplayed the number of deaths. How significant is this to the investigation?
Well, you have to ask, why did they downplay those numbers for so long? And this is extensive. The extent that they went to make sure that this was not uncovered, right? And he would go on these interviews on television when they would finally ask him the question about the nursing homes. He would give false information, and he knew all along he was lying. So why did he and his top aides, including Melissa DeRosa, go to such great lengths to make sure that no one would find out the real total of the deaths? I think it's because it's criminal, and he had a book to sell, a $4 million book.
So, just for everyone to understand, because some other states did the same thing, March 25th, Cuomo issued the initial directive instructing nursing homes to accept their patients back who are positive for the virus, instead of staying out of the hospital or staying out of the way or going to the ship. In May, he realized that's a problem, apparently, and he reversed that. He said 6,000 people lost their lives. The number was 15,000. And that was a Democratic attorney general that found out that. We're finding out now that he knew the total all along, never answered questions at his daily press conferences either.
Lied every single time. If this is not obstruction of justice, I don't know what is, Brian. I feel like him, the governor, and the people around him that knew this and tried to cover it up, they need to go to jail. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but I do want justice to happen on behalf of the 15,000 dead family members.
So, Commissioner Howard Zucker, listen, I know you work for the governor, but what do you stand for? He was basically told to keep his mouth shut. He is the New York State health official. So they said, don't release this death toll, and he didn't. And when he's asked about it, he skirts it. Here's what Cuomo's attorney says. The whole brouhaha here is overblown to the point where there are cynical suggestions offered for the plain and simple truth that the chamber wanted only to release accurate information that they believed was totally unassailable. That doesn't pass the laugh or smell test.
So the deaths of over 15,000 elderly is a brouhaha. That's what the lawyer has to say. I think our families deserve justice, and I hope it happens soon. Our lawmakers in Albany need to do something. This whitewash of an impeachment is ridiculous. Go in there today and get it done. There are at least 4 investigations into this, Governor. How much more do you need to get him out?
Janice, and on a side note, he was asked about his accusers this week. He basically says they're venal, they're publicity hounds, and they're liars. And then he said, yeah, I touched some people, but never inappropriately. How the heck he still has a job, or every Democrat stands for the Me Too movement, I will never understand. I don't get it, but he seems to be selling out to the left so they don't turn on him and force him out. And that's why we're all getting tax increases and everything that we're seeing right now. Janice Dean, thanks so much. Don't give up.
I won't, Brian. Thank you.
You got it.